Hi guys, we're EzJapan. Today we're checking out a massive trend that is shaking up rural Japan, the booming issue of Akiya, also known as abandoned homes. So let's see how Japan is dealing with millions of empty houses and what it means for the country's future. Let's go.
Let's go.
Japan has about 9 million empty or abandoned homes. The phenomenon is especially visible in rural areas like this, which are hollowing out due to depopulation. I'm heading to various parts of Japan to find out the scale of the problem and whether it can be reversed.
A cool opening.
Course content DNA.
Nara Prefecture is home to Japan's first capital and widely seen as the cradle of Japanese civilization. Ancient temples and shrines stand as a reminder of its rich history. But a modern blight is spreading through this bucolic region, a phenomenon called Akiya.
Akiya.
Akiya means empty house in Japanese. Here in Uda City in Nara, almost 1 in 5 houses are Akiya. As young people move to bigger cities to find work, the family home falls into ruin when their elderly relatives pass on. Uda's population dipped by 14% over the past decade to fewer than 27,000.
14%.
Akiya has become the manifestation of this trend in rural Japan. I am in front.
Whoa, the population decrease is insane. I didn't know there were so many Akiyas, especially living in Tokyo. We don't see Akiyas because all the houses are so full. Like when I tried to look for a house, it was so full. So I knew the word Akiya and the problems, but I didn't know it was this serious in the countryside.
1 of every 5 houses is quite crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and there are quite of few vacant homes even in Tokyo. But once you get out from Tokyo, it becomes a much more serious problem. What were your first thoughts on this Japan, a country having so many abandoned homes?
Well, my first thoughts would be why make so many houses? But since
Mm.
I live in Japan and I know the background, like I know how Japan has a population decrease, but I never thought we would have like 20% talking about this village of Akiya.
What I thought about it was like if there's so many vacant abandoned houses and you go there, it might look like a movie set.
Hmm.
Do you think the word Akiya, which means the abandoned house in Japanese, would become a well-known global term like tsunami, as like other countries facing similar problems?
Well, actually, I think Akiya is
Mm.
quite a Japan unique problem
Mm.
because I my thoughts are that Akiya is happening because of two reasons. One is because many young people are getting out from the countryside, going to Tokyo, Osaka, the big cities. And the second problem is that Japan has a decreasing population, like especially the young people are decreasing. So like with these two problems, you can see how tons of people, young people, are decreasing within the countryside. So if there's a country similar having these two problems, then yes, but like those countries won't be using English, so like they won't have a way to know the term Akiya. Another reason I thought this is a Japan unique problem is because
Mm.
compared to other compared to other countries, Japanese people don't invest in like stocks or gold or even
Mm.
houses. So like if in Japan, like people don't buy and sell houses that often, so the houses don't get in the market. Not much people buy houses compared to other countries, which keeps the Akiya, the abandoned houses, not being bought. So it's wild to think about, and the entire neighborhood just emptying out year after year. But let's see what it actually looks like inside one of these forgotten traditional spaces.
Latest figures show Uda has about 1,000 Akiya. That's 300 more than 5 years ago. Media attention on the country's Akiya woes, though, is luring an unlikely group. Foreign buyers, eager to take advantage of the falling yen and the promise of their own property in Japan, advertised at next to nothing online. Websites marketing Akiya to foreigners have sprouted up
$100.
in recent years. These pictures on a real estate listing led French photographer Colleen Aguirre to uproot herself and move to sleepy Uda.
Beautiful
こんに
pictures.
ちは。お邪魔します。はい。じゃあまずこんにちは。
まずこんにちは。
I didn't choose Uda because it was Uda. I chose the house because I just fell in love at first sight. The fact that there is Nakaniwa, two separate areas to the house, like the main building here and then the bedrooms over there. It's really practical.
And how much did you buy the house for?
4.9 million yen.
That's about 33,000 US dollars, roughly half the market price. But it
Very
wasn't
cheap.
connected to tap water or sewage.
Still expensive.
This is the kimono storage room. She buys, recycles, and resells secondhand kimonos online, doing product shoots in her home studio, and fashion photography in her neighborhood. When she is finally done with renovations, she wants to open up part of the home as a guest house.
Oh, nice idea.
So far, I have invested up to 60K US dollar, but I'm planning to invest probably the same amount on the next 3 years. I want to correct a little bit that misunderstanding that houses in Japan are super cheap. They will have to invest a lot of time and energy into the renovation process.
That's pretty cheap, I guess. 3.9 million yen. That's like a fifth of a Japanese one-room apartment.
Would you ever consider moving to rural Japan to like buy and renovate a massive traditional Japanese house for even under like 40,000 US dollars?
A difficult question. Well, maybe sometime in my life, yes, but currently no. Like if I retire from work, then I might think about it because it's cheap. Like the living cost is cheaper than in Tokyo, and time will fly a lot slower. I can be more relaxed enjoying my life comparing it to Tokyo. But no, not now.
Even if I retired, I won't buy it because it doesn't have really much of a real estate value. So I won't buy it, and even if I buy it, no one's gonna buy it. I think I can't able to be recover the investment unless I start a business there, like this lady here.
Yeah, that's a good point. You would have to start a business to get full payback.
It's a unique thing in Japan, but what do you think about the hidden challenges of renovation like this and not like having water and gas supplies?
Yeah, not having gas, water, I think it's not much of a challenge because as people are living in this village, well, close to this house, there should be a way to get those infrastructure by construction. But the challenge of living in this house is that since it's a traditional Japanese house, there are many things you have to do to maintain the house. Like, for example, since there are a lot of tatami rooms, you have to maintain all the tatami, which takes a lot of time. Like, and you don't And like even me as a Japanese, I don't know how to do that. But I just know that
Yeah.
you have to maintain tatami like every year. So, and there's also a nakaniwa which you have to maintain, or else like all the grass is gonna make a big forest. So those kind of challenges are quite Japan specific, and if you're trying to come here as a foreigner or even as a Japanese, you won't know what the solutions are, and that would be the biggest challenge.
Traditional Japanese houses are really, really beautiful. There are always tasks you have to do like every season.
Yeah. So while these international buyers are finding cheap dreams, the local governments are trying their own clever strategies to get people in these Akiya. So let's see what they are from the next video.
Some local governments in Japan renovate abandoned homes to accommodate non-residents for short-term stays. In the case of Uda in Nara Prefecture, it's for a subsidized rate of 2,500 yen, about $17 a person a night. And I'll be staying in one of these
$17.
homes tonight.
Oh, nice.
The city bought it in 2020 for about 150,000 US dollars. Those contemplating a move to Uda can stay for up to a week and experience life in the rural town.
Nice.
Wow, the entrance is so huge. Renovating the nearly 50-year-old house cost another 100,000 US dollars. It's worlds apart from the average space-starved Tokyo apartment with 7 bedrooms, including a playroom for young families. The downside, the old wooden walls don't keep out the cold, especially late at night. Time to go to bed. Good night.
Frogs are croaking.
Nice sunny day. Good morning. City officials say only one person has relocated to Uda after a trial stay out of some 180 bookings over the past 2.5 years. Ready to go. Whether the blossoming interest in Akiya can have a snowball effect on the fortunes of rural towns or melt away depends on wider revitalization efforts.
So, $17 is, I think, cheap for a stay.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah, because hotels in Tokyo are like becoming so expensive. I think it's like 50 or 60 USD per night.
But the problem is, even if it's free or like $1 or $2, would you go there?
Yeah, like there needs to be an experience. As a second step, they need to have think of an event or some kind of experience you can have in that city, because this one night stay, $17 is very cheap, but who will do it for a year? You only need one day to experience the Japanese house.
Like in Shirakawa-go, you can experience the irori, which is the central heating.
Like a fireplace.
And you have, there's a fireplace, and that's their tradition, so you can experience that. But in this place, I don't think they have this kind of specific experience that the tourists can do.
Yeah.
That's one pain point.
Yeah, right.
You think this $17 night is enough to convince people to permanently move to a countryside?
Well, to be honest, no. But I don't think it's about the cost. It's about how you tell people what's great about that location. As the first step, making a night stay $17 and getting more people may be one good action. Because if you don't have any people coming, then you can't tell people what's so great about Uda.
How do you think the locals can connect to younger generations?
The cities, they can try to think of a way to connect with their hobbies or what the young people do on their time off. Yeah, and also in Japan, the government, they give money to people who try to move and actually live in new prefectures. For example, when I moved to Niigata 2 or 3 years ago, and there was a rule that if you lived in Tokyo for at least, I think, 3 or 4 years, and then go to Niigata and live there for 3 or 4 years, then Niigata, the Niigata city, will give them 1 million Japanese yen. And if you have a family, we will give you more money, is what they're doing.
Yeah, the problem of rural Japanese traditional towns is that only people who are really into Japan would come, but still the young Japanese generations won't come.
Yeah.
So the town needs some kind of this marketing strategy to let the young people come.
And like there's just too many cities. This video is focusing on Uda, but it's like one city, and there are these kind of like over 100 of these cities in a single prefecture. So the number of people going to the countryside is increasing, but looking at it like on a city basis, that like sums up to only 1 or 2 people.
I think every town has its own unique characters, but you don't really know what it's like until you visit. And even though if you visit, you won't actually understand the character. And it's even harder for the locals to promote those qualities themselves. So it's really hard. It's going to be a really hard problem.
Yeah, and like those kind of details, the characters of each city is not, might be unique, but another city will definitely have the same element of that like good point. So like we won't be able to decide which city is better. Like it's hard to decide which city's good, which city's bad, which city's better, which city's the best. So it's like I'm not actually sure. Like, is it, even if you promote, I don't think more people will come. I mean, like if all the cities do the same amount of promotions, then in the end we will not know where we should go. Like, which is the same as the first situation. We don't know where to go. Like there are tons of big cities like Hokkaido, Sendai, Tokyo, Kanagawa, Osaka, Fukuoka, and those cities are doing, like, of course they're doing promotions. So like as a Japanese person, like I have enough information with just those big cities.
Right.
Just the big cities, I have like information of 10 different types of food, 10 different types of locations. But if more information from smaller cities come into mind, then I won't be able to decide. There's just too much.
Yeah.
So like just promoting what kind of interesting stuff they have is just not enough. It can't win against big cities. That's the very hard point of this issue.
Yeah.
So that wraps up our exploration of Japan's fascinating Akiya crisis and the creative ways people are trying to bring these towns back to life. Would you book a trial stay in a Japanese abandoned home? Let us know in the comments. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the good button and please subscribe, and see you in our next video.